Get rid of monetization. That's it. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. Get rid of monetization. Seriously. Think about all the things ailing YouTube right now. AI slop, content farms, and people farming watch time. And what's the root of all that? Money. That's the reason that commentary YouTubers draw out the dark history of eggs to 5 hours. It's because they get more money in AdSense if they have longer watch time. So longer videos means more money. So of course they're gonna start a video essay about Hulk with the history of the color green. Like, it just makes sense. They're doing it for money, not the art. I'll be damned if Homer Lets the Barts Out needs 5 hours on it. But people draw out these videos because they know people will watch them while, like, doing laundry or drawing or something. Same with every Mr. Beast clone. It sucks. It all sucks. It's stupid, it's dumb, it sucks. Even the man himself, it's an overproduced, soulless grift. I don't know what the grifting, it just feels spiritually right to call it that. Lastly is AI slop. I don't have to tell you why AI slop is bad, right? Right? It's bad for the environment, it's unoriginal, it's spreading misinformation, it's not good. But the only reason shitty people make it is because they know people, kids, will eat it up, thus getting them money. These things simply wouldn't be an issue if money wasn't a factor. But how do we solve this issue? Well, welcome to old YouTube. Whoa! Whoa! First and foremost, this isn't a nostalgia bait piece. I'm not jerking it to my own childhood. I grew up on 2010s YouTube, okay? Dan TDM, Unspeakable, Good Mr. Beast, Chills, The Theorists, you know. But monetization was already a thing then. No, I'm talking early YouTube, where the budget was low and the cameras were bad. It was a beautiful time. The biggest channels didn't even have 1 million subscribers. People were on here just because it was fun to do. It was amazing, but there were some issues. I don't want to sit here and act like old YouTube is the best of the best and that it had 0 issues whatsoever. There was a huge lack of moderation, which was not the best, and there was a lot of other weird things that happened. Like, there was constant scams and a lot of horrible videos. The videos on YouTube now are objectively higher quality, but YouTube now does have its own breed of problems that old YouTube has a lot of answers to. One huge one is censorship. Have you ever been watching a YouTube video when suddenly the audio cuts out for like 5 whole seconds, and then you think that your earbuds are disconnected, so you fiddle around with it for a second only for it to come back on? That was probably because a YouTuber played an audio clip that was copyrighted. It sucks and it's annoying because these companies don't know what fair use is. When I use a single second of a Sabrina Carpenter song, I'm not trying to steal money from you. I'm just referencing it. This especially sucks for like music reviewers because sometimes they deadass just can't play the music that they're reviewing, which isn't good for anybody. So these YouTubers have to decide between making their videos worse or not making any money. On old YouTube, this just wasn't an issue because people weren't making money anyway. There are a whole bunch of top 10 videos with just fully copyrighted music. It's great. I'm not saying every good YouTube video has copyrighted music in it, but I am saying it'd be nice to not have to look over your shoulder every time you play an audio clip in a video. There's also the censorship of speech and what you can talk about. A lot of YouTubers stray away from saying things like fuck and rape and porn because YouTube doesn't like it that much. You risk getting demonetized if you say those things. Notice I just said those things. We'll get back to that in a second. And like, a lot of people get mad about it, you know? A lot of people are like, why do people keep saying grape and frick or bleeping things out? It's so annoying. Just say the words you're talking about. And I understand that, but I also understand the YouTubers doing what they're doing because you gotta make your money. If you're a career YouTuber, you want to get paid for your work. Trust me, it's annoying for me too when I'm watching like a true crime YouTube video and somebody says how these poor kids were SA'd. Like, but you gotta understand where these YouTubers are coming from. Their wallet. Another issue is sponsorships. Sometimes I will tap through a sponsorship just to get interrupted by another ad. And it makes me want to punt my phone across the room. It's the most annoying thing in the fucking world. I'm not really mad at YouTubers doing sponsorships, like Get Your Bag obviously, but on old YouTube, this was seen as like the devil's work. If you did a sponsorship, you were essentially chased off the platform. Also, a lot of companies that do sponsorships are fucking horrible. You remember Honey? BetterHelp? These companies, for some reason, flock to YouTube with their horrible products and horrible ethics, and then like every single video from like 2016 to 2020 has these little like scars on them of like, oh yeah, I remember when everybody was talking about Raid Shadow Legends. Oh yeah, I remember before everybody knew that Honey was a shit company. Also, relating back to ads from earlier, can we just talk about those for a second? Back in my day, right, ads went like this. It was a 15-second skippable ad, or like a 10-second unskippable ad, sometimes a 15-second unskippable ad, and then you're back to your video. Like, that's it. Nowadays, it's more like a 15-second unskippable ad, followed by a 15-second skippable ad with that little weird thing where it just counts down in the corner at the end, and then the thing stays there after the ad plays. And then you have to like fucking click it, and then click it again. Get off my screen! And that's just on mobile. On TV, they're playing like a minute and a half of ads, 90 seconds of ads in between videos. How am I supposed to remember the middle of the sentence that the YouTuber was in when you go away for a minute and a half? And then I have to go back and rewatch like 10 seconds of the video just because, like, obviously I'm not gonna remember what you're talking about. YouTube ads suck, man. And it's all because YouTube wants as much money from you as possible. Oh my god. Let's switch gears and talk about me for a second, though. I don't know if you know this, but this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first time trying to make it as a YouTuber. It's actually more like my fifth. I did animations, I did gaming, I've done commentary before, and it all sucked. To admit something to you, though, my intentions weren't always pure. Again, I grew up watching Unspeakable and Dan TDM, so I wanted to be like them. And it wasn't just so I could play video games because it looked fun, but it was to be famous. I was delusional as a kid. Again, my videos were shit, and I really thought that people would care. I would spend like a month on an animation, and then like nobody would watch it, and I would be like, huh, why isn't this getting clicks? It's bad, bro. But I realized recently that that's not the only reason you can be a YouTuber. One of my favorite YouTubers is this guy, Scott Kramer. He makes commentary YouTube videos, but he's focused a lot, especially recently, on his personal nostalgia of growing up on YouTube. He's made a couple videos about it that I find really interesting, and one of his most recent videos is of this weird meta commentary on the state of YouTube and his feelings toward commentary as a whole. I'm really inspired by him, it's great stuff, but when he talks about why he does YouTube, I get a little embarrassed. He started making skits with his friends and his brother when he was like in middle school. Not because he knew he was gonna get famous off of it, nobody was famous on YouTube yet, but because he loved doing it. He just enjoyed it. And I think that's fucking beautiful. I wish that YouTube was still surrounded by that creativity and that passion that it was. I'm sad that it's just kind of seen now as like a side hustle. You know, something that you can translate your hobbies into money with. That really pisses me off, especially because I fall victim to that. I have a Twitch channel, and I made it because I felt bad about playing video games because I wasn't being productive. So I was like, well, I might as well stream while playing video games so that I can get some extra exposure. There's this feeling that you can't just do something now. You have to film it and edit it and put it out for an audience, which is like stupid. I just want to be able to do something for the love of the game, for the passion of it. And I love that community and that personality that old YouTube had. Did you know that old YouTube used to be way more customizable? You used to be able to set up your channel in way more personal ways than you can now. And I don't know, I feel like we're missing something without that. Everything feels so corporate. You get a profile picture, a bio, and a banner. And then everything else is just like YouTube, you know? I want to be able to create because I love making videos. I want to be able to create because I like this platform and I like the process of making videos. Not because I want money. I'd like to be successful. I'd like to make some money, but I don't want it to be like my driving force, you know? And like, I recently scrapped a video. Yeah, I was working on this video for like a month and a half. I wrote a whole song for it. It took like forever to record, and I scrapped it just because I didn't like how it turned out. I could have edited it down and put it out, but I would have felt stupid for putting out that video. I wouldn't have felt proud of myself if I put out that video, because that doesn't reflect what I want to do with this channel. That doesn't reflect what I want to do with myself. I'd rather not post than like rush some bullshit out, you know? And more, this like making of videos is a creative endeavor for me, which I really appreciate and enjoy. I'm putting more time and effort and thought into these videos, even though I'm not really getting anything out of it. I'm not proud of my movie reviews. I'm not proud of those old gaming videos where I didn't have any personality. I am Jack. I ramble. I shouldn't be doing what YouTube wants me to do. This is my channel. This is YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do this because I want to do this. And not having monetization is why I can do that. Not having deadlines, not having sponsorship promises is the reason why I could just scrap that video. Because it was bad. Not having monetization is the reason that I can say those words like fuck and rape. What are you gonna do? Take away my monetization? Fun little fact, that Omegle video is copyright striked. I can't make any money off of it, but like, oh well, I wasn't gonna. There's this weird freedom that comes with not having to worry about monetization. I don't have any obligation to YouTube. I don't have any obligation to myself. And that's how a lot of early YouTubers approached making videos. They just did it because they enjoyed it. I'm a busy guy, you know what I mean? I have a job, I'm a college student, I'm working on an album right now. So like, I can't dedicate all of my time to YouTube, and I wouldn't want to. I have a real respect for especially early YouTubers like Bill Wirtz or even kind of Stamonella, who post like once in a blue moon when they want to and then dip the fuck out. Shit like posting schedules or like sponsorship agreements or like whatever else, I feel like it just kind of ties you down. It doesn't actually like help your creative process at all. It takes YouTube from a hobby, you know, making videos, doing things for fun, to a business. New location check. We're off of old YouTube. We're talking about current YouTube now. More specifically, we're talking about the response that I know people are going to have to this video. Well, if people don't get paid for their work, how are they going to do good work? How are they going to have that motivation to create, you know? And this is true. Hey, you know, a lot of my favorite YouTubers post for a living. They make YouTube videos in order to make money. You know, Curtis Connor, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden. These people are career YouTubers, and they probably wouldn't post as high quality and definitely not as consistently if they had to have a day job. And yeah, honestly, that's a pretty good response. And my counter-argument to that counter-argument is just, well, like, yeah, but I think the pros outweigh the cons. And of course I believe that people who do creative work deserve to get paid for their art. I'm not heartless. Of course, I'm never gonna get mad at a YouTuber for getting their bag. Again, a lot of my favorite YouTubers take sponsorships. A lot of my favorite YouTubers have ads on their video. They make money, they sell merch, they go on tour. I'm not blaming them for that. But it's just, that same system that YouTube has bred has led to so much shit. There were high and low quality videos back on old YouTube, but the difference is that it was all about passion, man. I don't want to speak for them, obviously, but I think a lot of career YouTubers would still be making videos, even if they didn't get paid for it. They would probably just be doing something else, and this would be something on the side, because that passion does translate over. It just sucks to see that these people who, again, deserve to be paid for their work are put in the same camp as, like, Coco Melon. It bothers me that the second you can get money off of anything, people instantly turn feral. So I'm not trying to say nobody should want to make money on YouTube. You should turn off ads, don't do sponsorships, and just do it for the creativity and make zero money. No, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I just feel like these days I want to do something that I'm proud of. And I wish more YouTubers shared that sentiment. The idea of doing something creative that I'm not actually passionate about just for the money, it disgusts me, to be honest with you. And the root of all that evil is capitalism. Yeah, baby, you thought that this video was just gonna be about YouTube? You're wrong. No way, Jose. I hate corporations. Workers should own the means of production. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. That being said, just because I don't care about money doesn't mean that I don't want credit. So, go ahead and like the video. And while you're down there, feel free to subscribe, why not? And it's not like I post it often, you're not gonna be overwhelmed by content. Like, I'm subscribed to the Pokemon channel because I wanna know about Wind and Waves. They post fucking daily. Guys, calm down. Nobody cares about the TCG tournament. Subscribe is what I'm getting at. Also, like I said, I'm putting out an album. I don't exactly know the drop date. I'm thinking like early to mid-August. Keep y'all updated, but it's gonna be on Jackalope in the Train Yard, so go check that out. Go subscribe to that too. SoundCloud and YouTube, maybe Bandcamp sometime in the future. I'll put it in the description. And I'll put Scott Kramer in there too. Go check him out. I don't know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And YouTube, call me. All right, ta-ta.